The misfortune that befell me at Newham College of Further Education, London. It's a tale of woe, of shattered dreams, of promises unkept. As I sit here, reliving the horror, I'm reminded of the words of my dear grandmother, who always said, "A good education is the key to a bright future." Alas, Newham College is a stark reminder that sometimes even the lock is broken. I still recall the day I walked into that drab, poorly lit admissions office. The phones were ringing, but no one bothered to answer. I tried calling from a different number, just like Aisha Khan, but it was always the same voicemail, full or no answer at all. It was as if they didn't want to talk to me to hear my hopes and dreams. Nick R. put it best. Every time I call, the voicemail is full and it's impossible to speak to someone. I felt like I was screaming into a void with no one to hear my pleas. When I finally managed to get in touch with someone, the website was a nightmare to navigate. It was like trying to solve a puzzle blindfolded. No option to submit an application, no clear instructions. I felt like I was stuck in some sort of bureaucratic labyrinth with no escape in sight. It was as if they wanted to discourage me from applying, to make me give up on my dreams. And then I met the teachers. Oh, the teachers. Rose Ninja's experience was eerily similar to mine. The fashion and textiles teacher, with a heart of stone, compared me to my adult classmates as if I was some sort of inferior being. He laughed at my work, made me feel like I was worthless. I was just a 17-year-old girl trying to find my place in the world, and he was there to crush my spirit. Mohina Raman said it best, "College experience isn't great, causing some people to drop out after the teachers pressuring them." The pressure was suffocating, the weight of their expectations crushing me like an anvil. And what about the teaching quality? Panda Fitness's experience with the AAT course was a perfect example. No lesson plan, no clear explanations, just some half-baked fairy tale of blah blah blah. When we failed, they didn't even bother to explain why. It was as if they were more interested in collecting their paychecks than actually teaching us. Big Forfers said it best, "Worst college I've ever seen, been to, hear about and connected to." I couldn't agree more, but it wasn't just the teachers. The students themselves were a reflection of the college's lack of discipline. They treated the campus like a hangout spot, discussing drugs and who knows what in hushed tones. It was like they were trying to corrupt each other, to drag each other down into the depths of despair. Cyrillic letter 458 RS words still haunt me. Most students seem to treat it as a hangout spot. They'll sit there, have vile discussions about drugs or whatever, and then use ChatGPT at the last minute. It was as if they had given up on their own future and were content to wallow in their own mediocrity. And then there was the issue of safeguarding, or rather the lack of it. Tyne Gentle's experience was a stark reminder of the college's failures. A staff member staring inappropriately at a 16-year-old girl, making her feel visibly uncomfortable. It was as if the college had abandoned all sense of responsibility, leaving its students to fend for themselves like wolves in a pack. As I look back on my time at Newham College of Further Education, London, I'm left with a sense of despair, of sadness. It was a place where dreams went to die, where hope was extinguished like a candle in the wind. I'm left wondering, what's the point of it all? Is this what education has been reduced to? A mere farce, a charade played out on the stage of broken promises. So dear friends, I ask you, what do you think? Have you had a similar experience? Share your thoughts, your stories, your struggles. Let's create a community of victims, of survivors, of those who dared to dream big, only to be crushed by the weight of Newham College.
It's incompetence. And to you, Newham College of Further Education, London, I say this. You may have broken my spirit, but you'll never break my silence. I'll keep shouting.
The landscape of businesses surrounding Newham College of Further Education, London, it's disheartening. A visitor expecting a vibrant, supporting network for students and the wider community will likely find themselves navigating a rather bleak reality. It feels like a place where corners are cut, promises are broken, and a general air of apathy hangs heavy. It's not simply a collection of individual failings, it's a pattern, a systemic undercurrent of disappointment that suggests this area isn't prioritizing customer well-being or even basic competence. It almost feels intentional, as if the businesses here are conducting a silent experiment in how much they can get away with. Let's begin with establishments attempting to offer relaxation and luxury. The spas, for instance. They aspire to an elevated experience, projecting an image of tranquility and rejuvenation, yet they consistently fall spectacularly short. It's a cruel irony, really. These places promise escape, but deliver only frustration. It appears the core issue isn't necessarily lacking in skill. Some treatments are described positively, but a fundamental disregard for the entire customer journey. The details paint a disturbing, frankly unsanitary picture. Take the Chew and Spa at the Langham, Chicago, a name that suggests opulence. But the accounts reveal a world of dirty robes, complete with previous guests' remnants. A used tissue in the pocket, a hair clip. It's not simply unpleasant, it's a breach of basic hygiene. It's as if the concept of clean linen is merely a suggestion. And the service, a glacier, moves with more urgency. Requests take days to be acknowledged, staff exhibit open hostility, and booking processes are riddled with errors. One guest detailed being practically scolded for daring to ask a question while her husband was changing. It's not just poor service, it's a deliberate attempt to make you feel unwelcome. Others detail billing errors, exorbitant, unexplained charges appearing months after the visit. One couple were hit with a £2,000 bill for services they didn't even receive. It suggests a chaotic and potentially purposefully misleading billing system. It's not incompetence, it feels like they're hoping customers won't notice, won't fight back. Shortened treatment times, too, are a recurring complaint. You pay for 50 minutes, you get 30. The feeling is a constant one of being cheated, of having your time and money carelessly disregarded. To add insult to injury, one account mentions children screaming in the pool, shattering any illusion of serene escape. The potential for unsavory activity, hinted at in older reviews, adds another layer of unease. A persistent disregard for basic standards. Moving away from a tempting luxury, we encounter the food establishments. And here, the situation, well, it doesn't improve. The places offering hearty comfort food, the broasted chicken joints, trade on the promise of flavor and satisfaction. But the reality appears to be consistently substandard, and sometimes actively harmful. The Best Broasted Willesden, for example, tries to capitalize on social media hype. But the reviews reveal a dive into chaos. The chicken tastes reheated, the chips are rock solid, and the overall experience feels unclean. Several customers report finding hair in their food and being met with denial and blame. One reviewer ordered a shawarma and was basically served bread. The portion sizes are shockingly small, the prices are inflated, and the staff seem actively miserable. There's a disturbing trend of inconsistent pricing, with customers being overcharged, particularly if they appear less likely to challenge the discrepancy. It's predatory. They prey on the unaware. One visitor compared it to a gang culture location. It's unsettling.
The potential for food poisoning is a genuine concern, and the general impression is of a business prioritizing profit over people, cutting corners on hygiene and quality at every possible opportunity. Perhaps this is why they don't hesitate to blatantly lie to customers. Then there are the pubs, presented as inviting local haunts. Forest Tavern attempts to project a cozy, welcoming atmosphere, but it seems to consistently miss the mark. The service is glacial, the food is cold and badly prepared, and the atmosphere is dominated by unruly children. One reviewer specifically mentioned that children were screaming so loudly there was zero relaxation. A large group, having pre-ordered their breakfast, waited an hour to be served, only to receive their meals in staggered increments, all lukewarm. And the staff indifferent, unhelpful, actively avoiding engagement. It's a place where basic hospitality seems to have been forgotten. The initial promise of a warm welcome is quickly replaced by a feeling of being an inconvenience. To add to this, a guest details an incredibly frustrating dispute over a booking error being forced to pay for.
Oh, I was just looking around Newham College of Further Education, London, and it is so sad, like, the scams here. They just say people are so mean, So businesses near Newham College of Further Education, London, some of them, they look normal, but then boom, scam. Like, there was this one time these two brothers in East Ham, right near here, they worked at a bank. One of them, Zishan, he was inside the bank, like, he had access to everything. And guess what? He stole from people's accounts, like 7,430. Can you believe that? He just took it. And he probably thought no one would notice, but of course they did. I bet he got fired and then arrested, and now he is sitting somewhere thinking, why did I do this? But too late, and the people he stole from. Probably tourists just trying to get cash for their trip, and now their money is gone. So sad. And then, oh my God, there was this other thing, businesses near Newham College of Further Education, London. They sell gift cards, right? Seems safe? No. This woman got gift cards from a store here, like 2,500 worth, and when she tried to use them, nothing. Zero. They were empty. Like how? Someone must be tampered with them before she even bought them. And the store? At first they were like, oh, too bad you didn't report it fast enough. But then, when people found out, they gave her the money back. But imagine if you're a tourist, you buy a gift card for your family, and then poof, gone. And you're already leaving London, so what do? Cry, probably.